Next on Worcester News Tonight, a local police chief weighs in on how to keep your home safe if traveling for the holiday. Plus, Worcester celebrates Independence Day with the annual fireworks display featuring the Massachusetts Symphony Orchestra. Here's a look at the fireworks in Worcester tonight during the city's 4th of July celebration. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. The city of Worcester holding its annual Independence Day celebration at Cristoforo Colombo Park. This is the 25th consecutive year the event has been held. Our Kim Jandro was at the celebration and has more.
This is Sandy Petralia's first time celebrating the 4th of July in Worcester. A fan of classical music, attending the city's celebration was an easy decision.
I'm looking forward to Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture with fireworks because we love classical music and we used to live in New York near Tanglewood, and this is a great thing.
Thousands from across central Massachusetts filled Cristoforo Colombo Park for an Independence Day celebration.
We're going to have some music for an hour before the fireworks, so you can't beat it. It's free. You can just walk in and sit down. It's the best deal in town.
During this week, I've been a little bored, so I just want to get out the house. And it was a really nice day out, so I was like, why not come here?
The Massachusetts Symphony Orchestra has entertained before the city's fireworks for decades.
The energy is great. I think it's just such a great event for the city to come out, and I love the fact that just so many different people come here.
It's a really nice night, and the weather cooperated this year as well, which is always an important factor.
But at the end of the day, people attended Tuesday's celebration for the...
Definitely the fireworks for the kids.
To see the fireworks.
Fireworks and spending time with my family.
Perfect.
And before the fireworks tonight, the Massachusetts Symphony Orchestra performed. Our Brittany Schaefer caught up with them today and has reaction from people down at the park.
The Massachusetts Symphony Orchestra fit in one last rehearsal ahead of the 4th of July celebration in Worcester.
We've had to practice our whole lives for a concert like this.
It is my absolute favorite gig that I have ever had.
Vocal soloist Jane Shivik has been singing with the orchestra for 11 years. She has also performed with the Boston Pops. She says the Massachusetts Symphony Orchestra is to Worcester what the Pops are to Boston.
Here it's a little bit more personal. It's a little bit more tight-knit, and you get to also educate a lot of families that maybe haven't seen an orchestra or attended orchestral concerts and that sort of thing.
Why drive all the way to Boston when you have us right here?
The Karras family were first to grab their seats Tuesday at Cristoforo Columbus Park. They've been coming for decades and say it's an important family tradition.
Came with my wife, my son, my daughter, my grandson. Makes you feel young again.
Been out here since about 12 o'clock. Set up nice for fireworks, just because it's fun. Done it all my life and got to keep the traditions going.
Jeremiah's famous soft serve was set up early. Owner Jerry Bianculli says they have all of their food trucks in service for one of their busiest nights of the year.
We're expecting a huge turnout here. I've only been coming here for like 40 years. There's a line from here to Shrewsbury. You have to have extra staff. It's all family members. My wife, my children, my grandchildren, my son-in-law, my daughter. Everybody's working.
Shivik says it's a night she looks forward to every year.
You hear the concert and the fireworks are going, the orchestra is playing, everything is right there. For me, it's fantastic.
Shivik says they get the sheet music 3 months in advance, and performing is a great way to celebrate the 4th of July. At East Park, Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
During the city's celebration tonight, a big announcement. City Manager Edward Augustus confirming the city will break ground on Polar Park July 11th at 3:30 p.m. The Worcester Red Sox are expected to start playing baseball there in April of 2021. You might be having a cookout this week or on the weekend after the 4th of July. And while everyone's enjoying their meal, it's important to pay attention if pets are around. Veterinarian Jonathan Babiak says you'll want to keep them away from foods they wouldn't normally eat. He says different meats and fatty foods can cause upset stomachs. He also says keep anything you're making on skewers far out of reach.
Sometimes dogs will just swallow whole, which then might require a procedure to remove, and that can be, not just traumatic for them, but also, have them be in the hospital for a couple days.
Babiak also says to keep dogs in the shade and on the grass to avoid potential overheating. Many people take vacations during the summer months. One Central Massachusetts police chief is reminding people to take the proper precautions to keep potential burglars away.
It's as easy as one turn. But if you forget to do it before leaving your house, you could be giving a potential burglar access.
If you're going to go away on vacation, make sure all your doors are locked. Make sure at least all your first floor windows are locked. Preferably all your windows are locked.
Chief Crapo says even if you're shutting your garage door, you're going to want to remember to lock the door that's leading into your home. Because if someone were to gain access into your garage, they'd also be gaining access into your home.
You don't think somebody can get into the garage, that's not a worry, but it is, especially if you have windows in the back of the garage or whatever. And a lot of people forget to maybe lock the garage doors. So they get in, they close the door, and now they have all the time in the world to work on that inside door.
While on vacation, it may be tempting to post pictures of where you are. But Chief Crapo says you may want to think twice about when you post the photos.
You can put all the pictures you want when you return, show it to everybody, but while you're away, unless you have somebody staying at the house sitting for you, which is also a good idea, don't post photographs on social media, even to your only trusted friends, because it will get out there and people will see it and they're going to say, hey, this is a good place to possibly break into while they're away.
The Grafton Police Department is one of the towns offering house checks while people who live in the town are away. Chief Crapo says people who are planning to take a trip should reach out to their local police department. Well, switching gears now, if you're hitting the road this July 4th holiday, be prepared for some traffic. AAA Northeast says there'll be a record number of people traveling, and experts say drivers could face delays up to 4 times longer than a normal commute. Our Rosalind Flaherty has those details.
There will be 2 million more travelers than last year during this time, and drivers say they know the spots to avoid. A record-breaking number of travelers are expected on the roads this 4th of July holiday. AAA Northeast says nearly 49 million people will travel, with close to 1.1 million going by car in Massachusetts.
So far, it's been pretty smooth sailing.
People gassing up at the Charlton Service Plaza Tuesday morning say they were surprised by how light traffic was.
It was supposed to be the busiest traffic day of the year, and it wasn't too bad at all.
So far, it's been great.
Willie Velez is taking a road trip to Niagara Falls and will spend the 4th in New York City. He says he's listening to the GPS in order to find the best route.
We haven't had any problems with traffic. We'll see from here on.
Police are also keeping an eye on the roads. Webster police say they always step up OUI patrols in the summer, especially around the 4th of July.
The holiday's on a Thursday, so people may take that Friday off, make it a longer weekend. We're very proactive in looking for drivers under the influence.
AAA says the busiest travel day will be Friday morning in Boston. Drivers say they have their own tricks to avoid backups.
Stay away from New York City and northern New Jersey.
Just stay away from Boston. I think 495 was good. Just, take the scenic route.
AAA says Wednesday afternoon will also be a bad time as commuters mix with holiday travelers. AAA also says the price of gas is expected to decrease in the coming weeks. In Worcester, Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
The American Antiquarian Society in Worcester has more than 4 million items in its library, including an official copy of the Declaration of Independence. A copy of the Declaration was given to every town in the summer of 1776. The Antiquarian Society has the copy from the town of Charlton. It comes with a handwritten note from the town clerk indicating their reverend read the piece aloud. Instructions from the General Court of Massachusetts asked all of the clergy of the state to read the Declaration in their churches.
It really does give us a real insight into what happened in the summer of 1776, and really gives us a wonderful insight, I think, into how people learned about this important event. There was no television, there was no internet, there was no Facebook, but there was a vibrant communication system in place. It was very different from ours, but it was vibrant and effective. It expressed it in very different ways.
The Antiquarian Society says the official Declaration of Independence with John Hancock's signature wasn't printed until all towns had read the document aloud.